This is your punishment for not having watched The Deer Hunter.
Yeah, right.
Now you have to watch a much less well-received Michael Cimino film.
Yes.
This was his second follow-up to The Deer Hunter. His first follow-up to The Deer Hunter, Heaven's Gate, was a huge financial disaster, and it's kind of known for being the film that killed New Hollywood.
Right. It bankrupted a studio and a couple other things. Like the two had to merge, and then they bankrupted. It was, but
it was during that pivotal time in popular culture where movies were kind of pivoting from director-focused things that were usually based off of novels to blockbuster IPs. Year of the Dragon stars Mickey Rourke, John Lone, and Ariana Kozumi in her first acting role, and this role destroyed her acting career.
did it? I was trying to think if I've seen her in anything else.
Probably
The
not.
answer, no.
She was a very successful model at the time, and she was pulled into this film. The biggest points of contention among the critics is not only the character of Tracy Sue, but also the performance of Ariane Kazumi, because her performance is very flat.
Sure. I've seen much worse performances.
I've seen much worse performances, but I think it's the combination of the character not being well written and the performance not being so great. Plus, it's in a movie full of other very strong performances, and strong performances from other Asian American actors.
Sure.
You know, so it kind of stands
Upstage her.
Yeah, sure.
But it was, in the movie itself, it was well received, or
The movie got kind of mixed reviews from critics, and what's most notable about the film is that it really pissed off the Chinese American community who didn't appreciate the portrayal of the Chinese mafia in the film. It became one of those movies that was like, it upset a special interest group, and that negatively affected the film. I don't necessarily think the movie is as racist as the special interest groups claimed it to be. There's definitely some problematic stuff in it.
I agree. I think you know, as a dumb white guy watching the movie, I didn't come away feeling like the stereotypes were like over the top or like felt derogatory, or I didn't come away from the movie being like, ooh, all Chinese people are bad.
Yeah.
I came up, you know, everybody is good and bad, and there are bad things that happen, etc., etc.
Well, the movie is harsh, and the Mickey Rourke character is probably at least a little bit racist.
Yes.
The movie also goes out of its way to kind of tell you the immigrant story of Chinese Americans and the kind of the adversity that they overcame.
Totally.
It's also, you know, this movie was written by Michael Cimino and Oliver Stone, who probably had the best intentions. These are like white liberal boomers, but these are also probably men who have paid to have sex with an Asian woman at one point in time.
For sure. I think they both definitely had some sort of Asian phase.
I think this is one of a few really good crime thrillers of the 1980s. This should probably be on a list with like To Live and Die in L.A. and At Close Range and Scarface. For that matter.
You know, honestly, I think you're right. I was expecting something a little more ham-fisted, and like it really didn't just like paint a villain as like a Chinese are all gangsters and all gangsters are pure evil. It was like, okay, there's a lot of different people with a lot of different interests, and everybody has a moral gray area. And I thought,
yeah, honestly, I think it's one of the great ironies of the film, because people are so upset about the racial stuff in this, but this is also a movie that provides a lot of great Asian American and Asian performers with the opportunity to act in roles where they probably wouldn't have had. And at the end of the day, the portrayal of the Chinese mafia in this, it's not all that dissimilar from the portrayal of the Italian mafia or the Irish crime or anything that you'd see in a movie about New York City.
It's
just kind of bad PR. It kind of took off with this stupid thing, and unfortunately back then media was so limited that kind of becomes the narrative.
Right. You get one newspaper article, and that's what everybody around the globe reads.
One Chinese guy got pissed off, and it ruined the whole thing for everyone.
I'm going to ask, I watched this movie for free on YouTube.
Oh, interesting.
Very cool. That it was just there in its entirety. But also, there wasn't any subtitles during any Chinese speaking.
Oh,
was
that's unfortunate. Yeah, because the movie does have whole scenes with no English and subtitles. So you missed out on the subtitles for that part.
Did yours have subtitles?
Yeah, I have a Blu-ray, and it had subtitles for the scenes that are in Mandarin, I would assume.
Yeah, that was, or Cantonese, one of those,
like
it's so funny because...
Ching Chong China Talk?
No, Gary.
The Year of the Dragon is available on Blu-ray. It's not streaming anywhere. You can rent it on Amazon Prime and Apple TV.
YouTube.
You can watch it for free on YouTube. Yeah,
just
while
know
it's
that
there.
Yeah, right. And just know that the scenes with Chinese speaking you're not going to understand them. You'll understand them good. You'll understand them enough. But
this is a movie that I feel like people should buy or download because this movie could go away. No one really wants to stream it anywhere. Nobody wants to do a 4K restoration. It might be because of the issues with the racial stuff in the movie. And now that Warner Brothers is getting bought by Paramount, and I wouldn't be surprised if this movie disappears. So if you want to see this movie or have this movie in your collection, download it or buy the Blu-ray.
Snag some physical media, right, meow.
Yeah. What did you think, Russ? Did you enjoy Year of the Dragon? Did you jerk off to the Chinese lady?
I did.
If you didn't jerk off to the Chinese lady, you are racist and gay.
Oh, no, I jerked off a lot. Okay. I jerked off every time she's on screen.
I read a review of this movie where someone's like, this is the only time a nude scene is upstaged by the Brooklyn Bridge.
Honestly, that apartment location in New York made the movie for me.
The apartment's fucking amazing.
Incredible.
I think this movie, stands out as a great Mickey Rourke performance. Mickey Rourke has been in the news a bunch lately for a bunch of different things. First, he was in the news because he had that weird kind of exchange with JoJo Siwa. Did you see that? He's on like Big Brother or some stupid reality show talking to JoJo Siwa. And she's like, I'm a lesbian. And he's like, yeah, it's because you haven't had a guy. Or he said something like that to her. And what's very funny about that is in like 2 weeks later, she met a guy. And
she's getting married now.
So like, everybody wanted to get offended at Mickey Rourke, but he was just like spot on right.
Nailed it. Yeah, damn, Mickey. Yeah, wow.
And then he was in the news for like going broke, and people were talking about him losing his apartment, and somebody set up a GoFundMe for him.
I think I might have saw him on the street the other day.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we were doing a weird job, like driving a truck, moving some equipment from a new place.
You saw Mickey Rourke just hanging out.
I think everyone in the truck was convinced it was Mickey Rourke.
I kind of buy this, yeah.
He was just down in Hollywood. He was just like shirtless, walking around the street, all puffy.
He does
face.
seem a bit erratic and crazy. You have to wonder if that's from getting punched in the head a lot when he was middle-aged.
That'll do it, man. It's been proven scientifically people who get punched in the head a lot or like big concussive actions have problems later on in life.
Yeah. Well, I wish Mickey Rourke the best. I think
I really do.
Maybe he's got one more great role in him.
Here's hoping. Because honestly, I don't know if I've seen a Mickey Rourke perform. Oh, no. The Expendables. I've liked all the other ones. Expendables wasn't great.
Yeah. That was after his first comeback. Everybody always talks about Mickey Rourke's comeback, but he didn't really go away.
His comeback was what, Sin City?
Sin City, yeah, and then The Wrestler.
Wrestler was great, yeah.
But really, he was doing movies almost the whole time.
Yeah,
There's maybe like a 2-year period where he didn't do anything.
I guess they're just forgettable. He didn't have a comeback with
He's
good
too busy
movies.
boxing in Russia or whatever.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Getting punched in the head more. I guess before we...
He was he was like the original Logan Paul. He was out there just getting CTE for no reason.
For no reason.
People are like, "You're rich. What are you doing?"
I like this.
Yeah. I got to prove myself. There's a thing with these actors and like proving their manhood. Like Shia LaBeouf,
Right.
These guys have a real chip on their shoulder.
Yep.
I think it's because they perceive themselves as like these frou-frou actors, and they want to prove themselves
that they're manly.
Yeah, which is very stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
It's like take your money and
just fuck off. Just do whatever.
Quit fighting people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mia Goth just is leaving Shia. They're married.
She left him a year ago, and he just got the shit beat out of him by a bunch of random people in New Orleans.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. Come on, actors, just enjoy your life. I know it was tough getting there.
I'd have more empathy for him if Honey Boy was a good movie. If Honey Boy was a good movie, I would let Shia LaBeouf get away with a lot, but it wasn't.
It wasn't. Okay.
So I'm about had enough of him.
Wow. But Transformers 3 was pretty good though, right?
Was it? No. I don't know.
No.
It's hard to have empathy for a guy who has questionable talent and got to bang Mia Goth.
I do want to say before we wrap this up, the ending scene.
Great ending scene.
Oh yeah, kind of cringe.
Oh yeah, you think so? What's cringe about it?
I'm not talking about the final battle. I'm talking about the final scene. So after we ran at each other on the train tracks, which was sweet. That was cool. Like there was a good shootout battle with the last guy. But then back in Chinatown, there's bookend with a funeral. There's a funeral at the beginning, funeral at the end, and then Mickey Rourke jumps in. There's like cops versus triads, and everybody's just fighting in the streets. And then they kind of he stops fighting, and the girl picks him up who wasn't into him before. And now they walk away, and they're together, and there's some sort of weird,
that scene was a little bit weird
ADR dialogue that's like, I love you or something. He's like, yeah, well, it's Chinatown, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I figured the whole point of that scene was that like nothing really ever gets resolved.
Right. It's just, Chinatown,
it's
Jack.
It's a continuous thing. There's going to be now there's a vacuum for the power. It's going to another funeral. Nothing's going to be solved again. There's going to be more
still
violence.
Fighting. Yeah, it's still there.
I also really loved that scene when he's chasing the woman through the nightclub and they end up having that weird shootout with the taxis driving by.
Oh, yeah, in the street. Excellent. That was good. She's bumping into taxis back and forth. Yeah, pretty tense.
There's some great filmmaking in this movie.
To jump back to the end real quick, there was the original line was originally, she says, I forget what exactly she says, but they changed this because it was deemed like inappropriate or the producers didn't like it.
Okay.
Well, I guess if you fight long enough, you end up marrying the enemy. And the director felt like this was like really nicely ties a bow on like the whole message of the movie.
You become integrated with the community. You kind of become part of the thing by engaging with it.
Right.
Yeah.
And even in like drug trade or whatever, you still kind of do get in bed with your own enemy because you guys are kind of like Batman and Joker. They have to exist for each other to have a battle, to yin and yang, and if one doesn't exist, the other doesn't need to, and so this sort of thing. I thought it was interesting. Whether or not that wasn't obviously the original, how the movie ends theatrically, but I thought that was an interesting alternate piece of dialogue that could have...
Yeah, well, you have to wonder if there's a better cut of this movie, and if it was messed with in post, because Michael Cimino probably didn't have final cut on this like he had previously, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, his previous cut of Heaven's Gate or whatever was like 13 hours long, and they're like, you can't.
Which also, Heaven's Gate has now become a movie that people are rewatching
and heralding. Yeah, it's critically acclaimed now. Rather
much more well received.
Yeah, so
we all owe Michael Cimino an apology.
Yeah. All right, we're sorry, Michael. You make good movies. Yeah. Hire me and Gary to do.
He's
something.
Dead. Russ trying to get a job from a dead guy.
I'll take it from anybody. Is he actually dead?
Yeah, he's dead. I think he died in like 2016. Dude was born in the 30s, Russ.
Oh yeah, you
Let
can't
him die.
Live that like
Give these people a fucking break. They got to be alive forever.
I want him to keep making movies.
We got to make movies into his 80s, like Steven Spielberg
and Scorsese.
No. These people, they did their best work in their cocaine days in the 80s.
Just fueled up.
We just got to fucking
working 20-hour days. Just chug along.
To create images is always a challenge. Digital magic.